I mean, they're hugely important. More generally, economic contributions of migrants are talked about in the context of remittances. Remittances globally are very significant. Just in low and middle income countries alone, they topped 647 billion last year, which is a huge sum. If you exclude China, that sum is greater than about foreign direct investment into low middle income countries, and it is also greater than overseas development assistance. So it's bigger than those two financial flows, and is the most significant capital flow into those countries, and that includes small island states. So the most recent figures we have was that remittances into small island states were roughly 24 billion, I believe, in the last year or two, and that is greater than foreign direct investment and overseas development assistance by twofold. It is hugely important. But the one thing we would have to caveat is that some island states can be, maybe you would argue, too dependent on remittances. So some island states, such as Tonga, has 43 or 44% of their GDP is remittances. Samoa, 34%. So you have to watch a little bit for the dependencies, because it can present some risks when there are external events that might stop their flows. But other than that, if you can channel remittances and channel diaspora investment as well into areas for sustainable development, for economic development, they can be very beneficial. Well, we just talked about the importance of the financial sort of contributions. I think as well, what we could look a bit more is on the investment side of things. I think Cabo Verde is an example of a country that does it very well in channeling investment from abroad, from its diaspora, both into diaspora bank accounts, but also then into areas of the economy that are its priorities. So if you have an active government, a proactive government with the right policies in place, they can really be, diaspora can really be a driver to at least their economic contributions for development. But it doesn't stop at economic contributions. Obviously, they have human capital, cultural capital, social capital. These are all really important. They can lend skills that they've picked up from abroad. They can use their presence in other countries to promote the capital. Cultural capital of, say, Cabo Verde in this instance, but other SIDS are equally applicable as well. I would say the magic ingredient to it all, is diaspora engagement. First of all, you have to know who your diaspora are, where they're based, but you also have to engage them, and engage them not just of times of need, but it's through a lifetime of engagement. It's really important that it's seen as a process that's give and take as well, because diaspora, they do want to help. They may be abroad and they may not want to return necessarily, but they do want to help. So really how you engage diaspora is all important, and I think the government here in Cabo Verde is doing a very good job.